What's up, y'all? It's me again, Corey. Came to holler at y'all for a minute. I appreciate everybody that showed me some love on the first video. Gotta start small, start somewhere, but any progress is some progress out there. I think everybody that engaged with that, man, we're gonna keep the ball rolling. This topic here, man, woo! Woo! They came for your girls, huh? They came for your girls Cardi and Meg on this one. If you don't know, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion just dropped a record called WAP. Wet Ass Ussy. It's gotten a lot of mixed reviews. It's interesting. Because what makes this one any different than all the other songs? All the other crazy shit that gets put out. I can't name nothing off the top of my head, but we know, they've been putting out degenerate songs, and I don't even want to say degenerate, but stuff that's not, you wouldn't let your kids listen to. What makes this one different? Is it the timing? Because of everything that's gone on, because of the protests, things like that. We want to look to the celebrities to provide that more uplifting message. What makes it any different? I hear everybody talking about chasing the bag. Isn't that what it's all about? Chasing the bag. You see, that chasing the bag mentality, that's what's got everybody fucked up. You chasing the bag. America was built for you, was made for you to be chasing the bag. This is a corporation. They want you to chase the bag. They don't want the bag to chase you. That's why we're in the predicament that we're in now. People chasing the bag. Doing the things, we're busy trying to generate and gravitate to the things that are popular, that'll get us money, that we'll earn our little coins. We're willing to put on a minstrel show at the expense of our people. That's not singling out Meg, Cardi, or Meg or anything. That's just the way it's been. That's the way it's been. Can't single them out. They doing what they do. Cardi came from the strip club. Megan Thee Stallion's influence is Pimp C. And no disrespect to Pimp. I love Pimp C. But we know what this content. We know what Pimp used to talk about. The name's Pimp C, for crying out loud. That's her influence. So she represents more of a female reflection of Pimp C. You can hear it in her rhymes. You can hear the influence in the way that she delivers her bars. She really thinks she's Pimp C. So, you can't really demonize. We got to get to the root of these problems. The industry will always have money, chasing the bag, that whole mindset, instead of cultivating the industry that'll have currency coming your way, or currency bartering system, whatever. But we're trapped under, chasing that dollar, that printed off dollar, to the point it's not even going to be printed off no more. They can come up with numbers in some type of system, have it as excess, and then taxing the hell out of everybody. You're going to keep chasing the bag, because as long as you keep going under that system, think about it, things like, inflation, stuff like that. it's taking the parent out of the household because, whereas you could have had the mother staying in the house, whereas, that standard American system, American dream or whatnot, the father works and mom teaches the children. You can't even have that. Both got to be working now. Both got to be working. Then, you pushing this stuff. You stuff they've been pushing, the sex, money, drugs, what's always been. That's America. That's not black people culture. That's American culture. But black people are the only people here that are removed from their history. You can't hold, that's why we're in this position. People, immigrants, Mexicans, Hispanic, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. You see, those are nationalities. Even Nigerians or something. Those are nationalities. It's not black. You're only tied to American culture. So sex, money, drugs, that's what you're tied to. And that's what that's what they lift up as far as entertainers. The U.S. government has control of the media and the industry. So they're going to elevate those characters. They're going to elevate those characters and have them as a semblance of success. And that's what your child is going to see. That's what your child's going to see. And they believe that's success. And they're going to try to get it anyways. They're going to try to take the easiest route possible. Because you've been taught wrong. And so you'll tell them you've been miseducated. Your parents before that have been miseducated and they thought they knew it, but they really didn't know it. You can't explain to them why things are the way it is now. You sit up there and gotta work 2 jobs and you can still barely pay your rent. You don't got those answers because you've been miseducated. So your child's gonna go get it any way possible. They're gonna chase that bag because we have not cultivated a culture of, like I said, having the bag chase us. And so this is what you get. They always got a bag offered for people who are in down positions. These inner cities people are they're desperate to get out. They want to get away from their environment. They want a better life. They don't want to suffer. So they'll do anything. They'll do anything. So it's not just Cardi and Meg. I mean, this shit's been going on. It's been going on. Like, what side of Tupac do people gravitate more toward? The hit 'em up side. All eyes on me, Tupac, And they respect his other records, but people more, when they mimic Tupac, especially think about when you heard about the Troy Avs and Lil Boosie, when they named themselves, which is New Pac, Boo Pac. They're referring to his wild side. They're not referring to his, the thoughtful, the thoughtful Black Panther revolutionary side. So the ratchet shit always gets more play. It's always been a minstrel show. We've allowed, these people like the guy Jerry Hellers, the Leor Cohens to control the narrative. Because they know it's going to get more money. They're playing against, the human, I guess instincts or whatever. They know it's going to get, sex, violence, money, drugs. That's what's going to bring in the cash. At the expense of, they could care less, who it affects. Like I said, the more the parents are taken out of the home and where they got to focus on careers and, whether, or the family system's broken up because you got organizations that are clearly voicing their distaste for the family structure. That's just going to leave the child that much more open toward, the, the industry, the television programming them. That's what it's called, programming. That's going to be the one. That's going to be their teacher. So, I can't blame them. We got to do better. But, you can't put it on Cardi and Meg. It's been going on. You had Little Kim, Foxy Brown, and all of that. I like them. I like them because they were a little more lyrical than Cardi or Meg. That's just the whole game in general back then. They've thrown the lyrical aspect to it to the side. So what's that do? It makes anybody think they can do it. They can just pick up a mic and make a song. Imagine that. Imagine if they just started letting anybody get in the NBA. That's the difference when you're talking about them elevating the ball player, entertainers. At least in the NBA, you still got to have skill. Nowadays, they make a mockery of it, and that's not the downplay. What they do. They got some talent, but they just not on that level, in my opinion, from back there. But like I said, this type of stuff, all the salacious stuff, this stuff ain't new. This stuff ain't new. But, they control the narrative. They've been doing this stuff, controlling the narrative and, of how black people are portrayed in media since back then when they were doing blackface. That's all this stuff is modern day blackface. That's all it is modern day blackface. You go listen to that, you'll see what I'm talking about. They're talking about the same stuff. The resemblance is crazy. So, protect your children. Protect your children, and let's get out of this mindset. You got to get paid, you got to eat, but, we got to put together a future to where they're not willing to sell themselves away. All money ain't good money. Think about where BET's went, where BET was, but then Bob Johnson sold the company. That's your own company. You're controlling what goes on that programming. He sold it for, however millions of dollars, but, like I said, it's at the expense of his own people. At the expense of his own people. So, other than that, the song, I don't think it's a terrible sounding song. Like I said, it's just, the same old degenerate stuff that they keep trying to push at the forefront. Yes, everybody engages in this stuff, especially as adults, but we're the only culture to where this is put at the forefront as success. That's the difference. From all this stuff that you see, everything about hustling and, drugs, violence, to, sex. It's put at the forefront as this is what being an adult is. And you see the adults that follow suit. That's why you see so much just madness everywhere. So no, you can't get mad at them. Cardi B already made a video stating, this is what she does, because I wouldn't support her if she was doing anything else. I put out a video about that months ago. Posted that up with her talking about that. So, and she was real. You got to applaud her for the honesty. So, yeah, man, don't shit on them. Don't shit on them for, they doing what everybody else is doing, chasing the bag. They'll portray the minstrel show. Everybody's putting on a minstrel show right now. Who's going to break the cycle? Who's going to take a sacrifice, take a little bit less to educate? Because, we talk about balance, but can you really be balanced in a system where you don't control the narrative? If you're trying to push it back and shift everything, shift the balance, how can you still remain balanced? That means you have to put your weight all toward another side and get it back on balance. But you don't control the narrative. You won't control your narrative as long as you're willing to sell it away. That's simple. Until you understand that, shit won't change. Shit won't change. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this video. Like, share, subscribe. Think about it, expound more upon it. If I missed anything, let me know. Till then, I'll hit you with some more content. Peace.